Hello, what's up, everyone? Welcome back here to the Megan Moose channel. Thank you so much for tuning into another live stream tonight. I'm very excited because we're going to be kicking off a new live stream tonight here on my channel. We're going to be starting to do some collector series live streams, and kicking it off tonight, we have Chris here from the Two Broke Mice channel, and I'm very excited to have him because tonight he's going to tell us all about comic book collecting, and he's going to be sharing with us his comic book collection. So hello, Chris. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Thanks for being here.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to hear all about comic book collecting because I'll be upfront and honest here in the beginning of the stream. I do not know a lot about comic book collecting, so I'm curious to see your collection and hear a little bit more about it. So I'm looking forward to it. But everyone that's in the chat, let us know whenever you hop in here and let us know throughout the stream if you have any questions or anything throughout the stream, and we'd love to answer them and stuff. So as we get started here, Chris, would you like to give a little bit of an intro to yourselves and your channel and what you guys have going on recently?
Well, my name's Chris. We have the channel Two Broke Mice because everybody knows how expensive Disney is. What we got going on? Well, right now it's a little hectic around here, so we just have some videos like around town. We have that what's it called? What You Don't See, I believe is the name of it.
Yes. Yep.
The silly little
like
things.
bloopers, kind of.
Yeah. We got that going up, and top of my head, I can't really think a whole lot more. So
nice. Yeah.
But
sounds pretty cool. So I think I have you guys linked in the description bar below. So after the stream, guys, if you want to go over and check out the Two Broke Mice channel, I believe I have the description down there so you can head on over and see all their videos. So, and Chris has been doing some comic book videos as well. That's how I actually got onto this and asked him to be on here. So definitely go check those out afterwards. So
I still have 2 more to go.
Oh, okay.
I think there's 2 more in that series to go. I'm not exactly positive.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Sweet. Yeah. So that's something more to look forward to on your channel. So that's sweet. But as we get started here, guys, I have just a list of questions that I'll be asking Chris throughout the stream here. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, let us know. But I'm going to pull up my list here, and we're going to kick it off with, when did you start collecting comic books?
Well, I started in the early 80s. Let's see, we lived in Jersey. So probably 82, 83. Okay. I started collecting. Gotcha. But before that, my grandfather, he was one of those people, he would go to a restaurant, he would take a menu, or he would take this or take that. So when we go down to his basement, you go down the stairs and he would have, you know those giant wine glasses they have? Mm-hmm. He would have that full of pens. He had matchbooks. He collected anything. So my brother, myself, and my one cousin, we got the bug. So that's how I got in. I'm still collecting. I still collect some stuff. Gotcha. Some Disney stuff. I try to do comic books and comic book related stuff. So
nice. Yeah, so it all kind of stems from a while ago when you started collecting and everything.
Yeah,
I'm kind of seeing your grandpa's collection and stuff.
Yeah, and when Grandpa Stravo died, yeah, we got the matchbooks. We got a few other things, and my brother's like, "Do you want these matchbooks?" I'm like, "What am I gonna do with them?" You know, one of them things. But he kept them. I think he finally sold them to somebody. Gotcha. You know, there's collectors of everything, so somebody would buy them.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. Oh, that's sweet. That's kind of a cool backstory and stuff to how you got started and everything. That's pretty cool.
So when my brother and I would go somewhere and we would see how much we collected, we would blame Grandpa Stravo.
There you go. He got you started on it.
Yeah, we all got the bug from him. I don't know if more cousins got it or not. Because I don't know if Michelle and Michael and some of my others collect. My dad's side of the family, I have no clue.
Gotcha.
But
interesting. Oh, not bad. Yeah, the next question I had for you is, do you know how many comic books you have in your collection?
I have about, I want to say about 3,000.
3,000.
But that is actually a drop in the pool compared to
Oh
some
my
people.
goodness.
There's one guy on YouTube. His channel is We Love Comics, and his name is Chris. He has like over 100 and some odd thousand. Some people
Wow.
have storage units
Oh
with
my gosh.
boxes full of comic books.
Holy
Yeah.
cow. Oh my gosh, this this blew me away. I didn't actually know what you were going to say. 3,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like much. Well,
Right, right.
you look at it, it's everywhere, but
Oh my gosh. So this is like going out of order on my list, but so like where do you have a separate storage unit for it, or do you have all 3,000 in your place right now?
they're all sitting right here.
Oh my
Some
god.
here, some there, some over there, some up
Wow,
here.
that's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's sweet.
So,
Wow, 3,000. Okay, well that definitely kind of blew me away a little bit there. That's sweet. That's awesome. I love
yeah, I
that.
mean, if you don't think about it and you walk in here, like, wow, my Melinda's niece's husband, he came over one day and I just had my boxes sitting out by the couch and he's, what are all them? I'm like, those are comics. Those are all comic books? I'm like, yeah. To me, it's nothing, but I
Right.
guess if you don't really know or do anything with comic books, yeah, a couple of long boxes are a lot of comics.
Gotcha. So how, like, on average, like, how much do they cost?
You have to expand on that a little bit.
Okay, so like say if it's not worth, if you're going to buy a new one like in store, say it's not worth like anything, like it's just a regular old comic, like how much would that one cost?
I don't have any new recent ones, but they were going for like $3.99,
Okay.
$4.99, about that much.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Wow, interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool. And
yeah,
you
especially when they were 10 cents umpteen years ago.
it got, that's what I was wondering, if it's like if they were like still super cheap, or if they've kind of they're up to par with today's costs or
No.
whatnot. Wow, that's pretty neat. Okay, I love that. That's awesome. So, okay, so we'll dive into your collection a little bit here then with that. So, do you have your first comic book, or what was your first
My
comic book?
the first comic book I can remember.
Okay,
Now these bags, they shine a little glare.
gotcha.
But this is, I hate this thing being backwards. This is
Man.
Flash 214.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a big old chunk missing out of it.
Oh.
I don't know if you can tell, but the spine is all ratty looking. But
Gotcha.
this was given to me from I'll say an ex-friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He just gave it to me. And this is the book that started
Aw,
my whole collecting.
that's awesome.
So I was planning on getting this one graded too.
Yeah, that's gonna go into some questions that I also have as well.
Yeah, it's actually worthless, just the condition of it. But to me, it's sentimental value, being my very first comic book I ever had.
Yeah. That's sweet. So is that one worth anything? Is it like, what year is that? Like, I guess I don't actually really know what I'm asking about comics, but like, are there certain editions or like years that come out, or like how old they are?
This one is, probably early 80s.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can go in my app and figure all that out, but that'll take me a while to do that.
No, gotcha. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. We have a question here from, I think, Jeff from Our Paradise Falls. He says, Justice League versus the Avengers. Who wins and why?
I'm a DC guy, so the Justice League would win.
Gotcha.
Because they got Superman.
Hey, fair enough.
So I thought that's one of them questions that never has an answer. Because you have sides that would say, oh, no, there's this. And they will actually sit down, and they've broken it down to how much Superman can lift.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's Superman prime. He like went into the sun for so long, and then he came out and he can lift, I don't know, 10 times more than he could ever before. So yeah, they really break it down to who could lift more. Like the Avengers, the Hulk. There's Planet Buster Hulk, where he can, and he can destroy a planet. So it would be a discussion to really get into if you really want to.
Gotcha. That may be a discussion for a different stream.
Yeah, and not with me, because I'm not that kind of person that does that.
Gotcha. I love that. Yeah, this is another question I should ask before getting into it, but are there any particular comics that you like to focus on collecting? Like, do you like the Marvel ones, or you said you're a DC guy?
I'm DC.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I do pick up some Marvel ones, but only for like for the artist.
Because
that's Art Germ.
That's what did you say?
His name is Stanley Art Germ Lau, I think it is.
Okay.
And he does a lot of like painted covers. So for that, yeah, I'll pick up. And then there's Image Comics. This is Spawn number 301. This is Alex Ross.
Oh wow.
He also does the painted covers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He is one of my favorite.
So are the painted covers, like, are they different covers and then they have like the same comic on the inside as like another one of the regular comics then? Is that how that works?
Okay, now we're getting into like variants.
Okay, good. This is good because I don't know any of this.
Okay, this is Teen Titans number 20.
Okay.
This is the cover A, the regular cover. Okay, it's the first appearance of Lobo's daughter.
Okay.
This is the variant cover.
Oh.
Let's see. This one's by, oh dear Lord, Kamom. Oh, I can't pronounce the name, but it's the same exact book. This here is the same exact book, but this is Jorge Jimenez. This is a 1 in 25 variant. Still the same book, just a different cover.
Gotcha.
And then where'd I put it? This book here is this Amazing Spider-Man number 800. Now, their last count, I think there was like 52 different variants for this book.
Oh, okay.
Just all different covers, different artists, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
But it's all the same book on the inside.
Huh. So you were saying like 1 out of like 25 and stuff.
Yeah,
does that make them pretty does that make them exclusive or more valuable based on the covers?
Okay, this one's a 1 in 25.
Okay.
This one's a 1 in 100.
Gotcha.
This is I believe this is a 1 in 10. And timber.
Oh no, don't make them all fall down.
This one here is a 1 in 200.
Wow.
They have 1 in 500s, 1 in 1000s. And all that means is, let's see, let's go back to these. To get this 1 in 25, the LCS would have to purchase. Now DC and Marvel do it differently. DC, they would have to buy like 25 of either one of these to be able to buy one of these.
Oh, wow.
And now Marvel does it a lot differently, and I really can't explain it because you buy so many of one book, but you get to buy another book.
Okay.
My LCS, she tried to explain it to me, and I just couldn't figure it all out. So
you're saying LCS, is that like who sells the comics?
Well, that's your local comic shop.
Okay, gotcha.
So
okay, perfect. Oh, we have another question here from Jeff in the chat. We have, our favorite DC hero is Green Lantern. What's your favorite Green Lantern comic series?
I don't really read Green Lantern. I'm not a Green Lantern person.
Oh.
The movie was not as bad as everybody makes it out to be.
I've seen that people don't like it.
They do not like that movie at all.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was so bad.
I don't know that I've personally seen it.
Well, I had Ryan Reynolds before he was Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
The costume was all CGI, and it looked CGI, but I still didn't think it was as bad as what some people make it out to be.
Yeah.
So, like the Incredible Hulk. I don't know if you saw that with Ed Norton.
Is that the very first one?
Well,
or the original one, or
there is Eric Bana, I think, the first one I know of. That movie I can't even watch. It's horrible. And then Ed Norton came out with his, which I thought was really good, but people can't stand that movie.
Gotcha.
And now you have Mark Ruffalo, which I do not like him as the Hulk at all. Because think about it, when Bruce Banner becomes the Hulk, his body stretches and all that stuff. Ed Norton made it look painful.
Oh, yeah.
And in the Avengers, a lot of it, do you remember at the end of the Avengers when Captain America says, Mr. Banner, you better get angry? He says, I'm always angry.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
and he just yeah.
And that's it. There's no pain to it or nothing. It's just
right.
I don't like that Hulk at all.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, there you go, Jeff. So, all right. So we'll keep going along with your collection there. I wanted to know what is your most valuable comic book? Was it the one that you just brought down, the Flash one?
No.
Okay.
It's either Amazing Spider-Man 361.
Okay.
The first appearance of Carnage.
Oh.
It came back in a 9.2, and the last I checked, this probably 200, 250 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Thor 337, the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. Now this is maybe 100.5, but if it was a higher grade, it probably would be as much as this, if not more.
Gotcha.
But if you're asking if I have $1,000 books, no. No, I do not have $1,000 books. I have another book. I looked for it. I couldn't find it. It was Mortal Kombat, or was it Street Fighter? One of them games, and it came with the computer game.
Oh.
I don't know where I got it, and I was just happening to looking through one of my key collector apps, and I was on eBay, and here it was like $200.
Wow.
So it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is another reason why I really don't want to get rid of my comics. I want to thin it out, and if you thin out your collection, you can buy books you actually want.
Right.
But you never know what you got. You never know what something's going to be valuable, or when a first appearance is going to pop up. So that's why I kind of don't want to get rid of it.
No, I get you. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So you were talking a little bit about the grading. My boyfriend collects like baseball cards, football cards, and I know like the corners have to be perfect and all that stuff. So do you know like what goes into like grading a comic book?
Basically the same thing as grading cards.
Okay.
Because this is CBCS. Oh, where's that other one? This is a company, PGX, and there's CGC, and then there's the new kids, they're EGS. But yeah, they just take the book and then they go over the book, and they start at a 10, and then with every little ding or misperfection or something like that, they take a point off or something like that.
Gotcha.
And that's how they come at a grade.
Gotcha. And then do they come back in those cases that you have?
Yeah, you send them out like this, and then they'll come back in one of these.
Gotcha. Okay. So how many would you say that you have graded? Do you have just
2,
like a couple graded and then the rest
8, 10, 12, 14. I don't know, about 20. I got some over here.
Nice.
Which I haven't put up more shelves to put them on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're still sitting over there.
Gotcha.
So I got, I don't know, 20 or so. But there's people, you go in their rooms, they have entire walls full of these things.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. We have, I missed it for a second there, but I think Brittany and Jeff were asking if you were stranded on an island, okay, and you could only bring one comic, which would it be and which would you bring and why?
Brittany asked this question. Which on an island? So that must mean, okay, if I read it.
Yeah, have you read all of yours?
No.
Gotcha.
No. Golly, I don't even know what I would bring. I would probably bring the trial series of The Flash. I didn't know I would need it, so I didn't grab it. But it's where Flash kills Reverse Flash, and then he gets on trial. And so that one I enjoyed. Granted, I was a lot younger, but that one I enjoyed. I would probably bring that story arc.
Gotcha. Is Flash your favorite like superhero character? I see a lot of Flash going on.
Flash over here.
Yep.
Mainly Flash up top. These are the Tornado Twins.
Oh.
They're descendants of Barry Allen, who's the Flash.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Flash is my favorite. I got more over there. Yeah, Flash is because of that book I showed you. He started me on the Flash.
Oh, yep. You're right. Yep.
So
I
yeah,
love that. That's sweet. Okay, so piggybacking off of that, do you have a least favorite comic? One that you're like, you're not either a huge fan of or you would be willing to just kind of sell it right away?
A least favorite?
We're doing other questions here.
Well, I showed did I show it? Yeah, in that one video, I bought this one comic, that 1 in 25, and I got it, and I actually looked at it, and I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
But do I have any here? There's these. These just tell you like what's coming up.
Oh, okay.
Marvel has them, DC has them. There's nothing. I mean, yeah, you might eventually get like a first appearance or Spider-Man's black suit.
Oh yeah.
People have actually gone back to some of the publications and then been finding where they've talked about it, where they've shown concept art of it beforehand. But other than that, these things are just open them up, order what you want, and throw them out.
Gotcha.
But I don't do that. I just hold on to them. I don't know why. I do. I don't know. I got them in the box over there.
Yeah. Hey, you never know, kind of a thing.
Yeah. That's pretty much me. You never know. That's why I won't get rid of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
You just never know.
Yep. I just hold on to it. So I know, like with Loungeflies, like when either a good or like an exclusive Loungefly is coming out, because of course Loungefly posts about it or the small shops. Is there like an equivalent thing for comic books? Like, do you have to go to like a convention to get a really good comic book? Like how do you know if it's going to be a good book or not?
I don't totally understand that question.
Like, okay, so like when you with like Loungeflies, like they'll like post and you like everybody just gets really excited about the Loungefly bag. It's going to be a really good bag and it's not go up in value, but it would be worth a lot of money. Do you know, is there like an equivalent thing with comic books? Like, do they do exclusive comics or like at conventions, do they sell
Yeah, okay.
Ones that might
So
go
you're getting into exclusives. Like,
yeah, okay, I should have said exclusives maybe.
Like this is an exclusive to
Oh, it's a Disney one.
Scorpion Comics. This is Gabriel Del Otto, and he did 5 or 6, maybe 8 different covers. And they only Scorpion Comics sold those. I know Unknown Comics has some. So yeah, there's different companies that I don't know what it's called, but they contract somebody to have a special cover that only that store sells.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, and then you have, you could read these. They may help you with what's coming out.
Yep. Gotcha.
And then you listen to movie spec, like there was, Marvel's putting all this stuff out. Iron Man, how Iron Man is skyrocketing. Iron Man was always just a B character. He was not he wasn't like Batman.
Yeah.
It was just Iron Man.
Yeah.
Until the movie spec came out. That's when everybody was going to get Iron Man books. That's when the Iron Man books. And Thanos.
Yes.
He wasn't a major character until the movies.
Yeah.
Same thing with Black Panther.
Okay, interesting. So it's kind of like like with Disney rides, once the movie comes out of it, there's a lot of hype around the ride. So it's kind of like maybe once there's a movie, the books start to get a little bit hyped up then.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the first appearance of Deadpool, which I do not have, you can buy him in the dollar bin all day long.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And then there was some hype around it and maybes and if and that and all that and then it started going up in value until the rumors hit that they are making a movie. So then it started getting higher and higher. And now it's, I don't know, $500-$800 for that book now.
Gotcha.
In a decent grade.
Gotcha. What's do you know like a super expensive value for a comic book? Like how much one would, like the most one would cost? Do you have any idea? Oh, this is exciting.
This is not it.
Okay.
This is just a tin
sign. Okay, a tin of it.
But an Action Comics #1 a couple years ago sold for, I want to say, $3 million.
Oh my goodness.
Detective Comics 27, which is the first appearance. Well, this is the first appearance of Superman. Detective Comics 27 is the first appearance of Batman. That one is, I don't know, I think it sold for $1 million or $2 million.
Wow. That's awesome.
And that's only because back when, what is this, 38? I think this came out in 38. What'd you do with him? The kids read him, rolled them up, stuck them in their pockets. And mom and dad thought they were worthless and useless for the kids to read, so they'd throw them away. And then in the 50s, I want to say, there was the seduction. Well, there was a therapist or a doctor who was down on comic books because they had a lot of horror ones and spooky and all that kind of stuff. He was trying to say that it's bad for the kids.
Gotcha.
He wrote a book about it, and eventually he convinced enough people to have comic book burnings. So mom and dad would grab boxes of Little Johnny's comics and just throw them on a fire.
Right. Yep.
So all these books.
Wow.
There's not many of them.
Yeah.
That's why they're so expensive.
Wow. Yep.
So.
And is it like one of those things where there's only that one left or only like a couple left at all?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because most of them are burnt and gone. And the last one I heard of, somebody, which whenever I do it, I look too. They tear out a wall and they tear it out gently because they're looking in the wall for something in the wall.
Yep.
Which I know in the one house we lived before here, I put in a closet. Well, my dad and I put in a closet. And sure enough, I was putting things in the wall.
Oh, yep.
Just to do it. I wrote my name. I wrote my Do you remember MySpace?
Yes, I do. I was never on
I
it,
wrote my MySpace thing on there and everything.
That's so funny.
I think I put a couple dollars in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess you never know what you'd find.
Yeah.
That's sweet. We've got another question here from our Paradise Falls. Thank you for the questions, guys. Okay, who's your favorite speedster? Barry Allen, Wally West, or is it Ebard Thawne? Do you know?
That's Reverse Flash.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Out of those three, Wally West.
Do you have a reason why? I don't have any context, so.
Well, Wally West was Kid Flash. And when Barry Allen died, Wally West as Kid Flash, there's a whole series on it, and it's over there. He actually took the mantle of the Flash because he didn't want his uncle, Barry Allen, to disappear, I guess. So he took up the mantle as the Flash, and he is the fastest Flash there is.
Huh, okay. Good to know.
So.
Well, there you go. That's neat. Nice. Okay, so the other question I have, I think we already talked about it, but like, what is your favorite comic? Do you have a favorite one in particular? I know you said Flash ones, but do you have a particular comic?
A favorite? You can't narrow this down to one.
Oh, well, okay. Can you pick three? I don't know. Can you pick a couple?
This is my favorite cover.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this is my favorite cover artist. This is Brian Boland.
Wow.
Brian Boland draws the absolute best Jokers you have ever seen.
Look at that. That's neat.
And then
there's a lot of detail on that one.
This is my favorite iconic cover.
Nice. That one's cool.
Neil Adams drew, and I was talking to Melinda. Maybe she'll let me go down to MegaCon if he'll be there. And have him
yeah.
But then you have your favorite artist. That's Todd McFarlane.
Nice.
But he doesn't normally draw like that. His stuff is normally like that.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So that was a lot different for him to draw. But yeah, this is also an iconic cover just because so many people use it.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, asking me what's my favorite comic, I read that where you put it, and I'm like, you can't narrow it down to one.
Gotcha. Yep. I understand.
So,
hey, I like those ones. I think the Joker one's my favorite. That one was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the Killing Joke. That's hard to come by.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. That's awesome.
Because this is the first printing. After my brother passed, we went through his stuff, and my nephew gave me his, I think he has I have it now. I think it's a fourth printing. And the only way you can tell is the colors of the words.
Oh, okay.
Because green is first. The fourth printing is, I want to say it's orange color or peach or something like that.
Gotcha.
But anyway.
Gotcha. Interesting. So can you, like I said, I don't have a very good context of comic books or background, but can you like just become an artist can you start designing your own covers?
I have, well, yeah, you have independents. There's small presses.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to go to DC or Marvel or Image, yeah, you might have a hard time.
Gotcha.
But there's a lot of small presses that Alterna, I have some of their books. So yeah, you might be able to. And people do start their own.
Yeah.
You don't get you don't get as much coverage as the big ones, but.
Gotcha.
I'm sure you can do it. I can barely draw a stick man, so I wouldn't even know.
No, yeah, no, I get that. I was just curious, like you were talking about all of the different artists or whatnot. I didn't know how they either got started or if it's easy that you can, just start to design your own covers. I wasn't sure about that.
Oh, I'm sure some of them just started, and Todd McFarlane, I don't know, 13 or whatever. And he just started sending his work in.
Wow.
And they rejected it. They rejected it. Somebody somewhere said, hey, that's not half bad. And gave him a shot.
Nice, yeah.
And now he's known as the Todd Father. Because
nice.
he's one of the, I think he's one of the great comic artists of, well, at least my lifetime anyway.
Yeah.
That I know of.
That's pretty sweet. So you can like go to MegaCon. Do they have I've never been to like MegaCon or anything. Do they have like a bunch of comic things, like different comics you can go buy there, or like what's something that you'd like to see whenever you go there? Just meet up with some of the people.
Yeah, you've heard of cosplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. Now the big ones like MegaCon, San Diego Comic Con, and New York Comic Con, yeah, they have huge cosplay. Funko produces pops just for that only.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have comic books, but whenever you hear about MegaCon, you have, well, my LCS owner, he took, oh, that's horrible. He took this one.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to MegaCon because a friend of his, an artist, was going. He was invited to go. So he's like, hey, Tony, you want to go? Sure. Okay. So he got in and he was like, hey, I'm going down there. If you want a signature from one of these artists, it'll be like $5 on top of whatever the artist charges.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, okay, here, take this down. So he took it down. And you have you have Art Germ, which at the time was one of my favorite. Greg Capullo, Tom King, and the big names. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead, get this signed for me. So he had it signed for me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's terrible. That glare is horrible.
That's
so yeah, the big conventions have the big name people.
Yeah.
Like I said, MegaCon, Neil Adams usually goes there. Denny O'Neil sometimes is there. But of course it's probably, I don't know, $200.
Yeah.
$100 to get in. Just to get indoor. And then I know Neil Adams, he's charging, I think it's $50, if not more, just to have your book signed.
Gotcha.
And if you have, it's over there. If you want to have like a witness signature, which it would be yellow, they charge more because to them, you're just going to get them sign it and have it graded, and then you're going to sell it. Gotcha. So they're like, well, I'm making my money off of this. So they charge more if you have it witnessed.
Right.
So, yeah. Now they have, well, actually, when we come back from Disney, there's a local comic convention here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they don't get the big names, but they have, a lot of comics there, a lot of dealers. I think I would prefer to go to a local one because if you go to MegaCon, it's so big, you got so much to see.
Right. Yeah.
And they don't just have comics and a few little, I don't know, I only have one with me, but people take things. Here you go, Jeff. And where's it at? And they make things just to sell there. Mm-hmm. So, but it's not as much as MegaCon. You can spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on statues and all this stuff. And I think the small, I want to go just for the experience. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it would be an all the time thing.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I know some people that have gone and everything. I know I've seen pictures and stuff, but I've never personally gone. It would be kind of cool, though. I think it would be neat to experience.
I actually talked Melinda into going.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sweet.
We're planning on going, but she doesn't want anything to do with comic books.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when I bought these and I showed her these, she's like, oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
So now she wants to go and dress up as, I don't know, some Disney thing and just see what she can find at Disney or for Disney there.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what I would do. Dressing up would be most of the fun too.
I did it one time, and I will tell you.
Okay.
If you're doing it by yourself, it's no fun whatsoever.
Gotcha.
That thumbnail, I was gonna send you me. I went as Robin. Well, you had the mask on. I couldn't wear my glasses.
Oh, yep.
So I'm half blind. So I mean, I couldn't see what I was doing. If I was going to look through books, I couldn't see them. So
Yep.
I had my fanny pack on underneath the cape. So every once in a while I'd take them off and I'd walk around with my glasses on.
Yep.
But if my buddy at work, if he went and we went as the Justice League and you had, a group of people with you, then I could see where that would be fun.
Yeah. Yep.
But just to go by yourself, no, that I don't find that fun at all.
Gotcha. No, I get that. That makes sense. Yeah, Jeff here's got another question for you.
Yeah,
He's
Batman,
saying,
who would win?
Yep.
Batman.
Do you have a reason why? And Jeff, who do you think?
Batman would win because Batman's the greatest detective, and granted, he's not as well. He doesn't have any superpowers.
Yep.
But he knows Krypton would weaken him. He probably already figured out how to Superman Prime, how to weaken him and destroy him. If you saw Batman versus Superman, he had the dust or powder or smoke cloud, whatever that was, and he weakened Superman, and he could have killed him.
So
Batman. He already has ways to take care of everybody in the Justice League and the Avengers. Because he's always said, what if Superman goes bad? Somebody has to be able to take him down.
Gotcha.
What if the Flash goes bad? Somebody's got to take him down. So he's already got this all figured out.
He already knows.
He already knows.
I like that. That's interesting. I know I've seen the Batman movies. I don't think I've ever seen Superman, but I did like the Batman ones with the Joker and stuff. Those were cool.
The 89?
No, the one of the newer ones. I can't remember when it came out.
With Heath Ledger?
Dark Knight, I think, was a good one.
Yeah. No, Christian Bale ruined Batman.
Oh.
He ruined Batman.
I think I saw an older Batman with Robin and stuff. I know my grandparents, I think they had it when I was over a couple of times and stuff.
Batman and Robin.
And the Penguin. Wasn't the Penguin a character?
Okay. The first Batman with Michael Keaton was Batman, and he had the Joker. Second one, Batman Returns, was with Batman, and you had Penguin, Catwoman.
Okay, yeah.
There's a
that
third.
Must have been the one that I saw.
Yeah, And you can, I don't know. Hey, Jeff, who's your favorite?
Oh, wait. We've got another comment from him. Superman wins hands down. Batman wouldn't even come close.
See, this is what I was saying earlier. We could sit there and debate this all day long.
Right.
That's why I don't really get into the debating part of it.
I get you.
So.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff's saying cosplayed as Green Lantern once at MegaCon. Oh, that's sweet.
Green Lantern, wow.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Like I said, if I had a group of people, I would do it again. Like I had the flat. Melinda bought me the Flash bodysuit.
Oh.
And I had it on, and I can't have my glasses because I couldn't get the thing over my head with my glasses on, and I really can't put my glasses on.
Yep.
And so I know I was gonna go as that, but I couldn't see.
Gotcha. Yep. Aw. Well, we talked about this before too, but I wanted to know how you store your comics. So I see obviously you have them up on like the shelf and stuff, and then you have some that are graded, and then what are the other, like, are they just sleeves that you put the other comics on?
Well, okay, hold on. There are, I don't know, this ain't gonna show up, but these are little poly bags.
Okay, yeah.
They're polyethylene or polypropylene. Okay, and then you have your backing boards.
Okay.
Which is not going to come through.
Gotcha.
But one side is shiny, and I will tell you, put your book on the shiny side.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you have I'll use this. These Mylar bags.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, these are better for your book. Because they say with these poly bags, you're supposed to change them out every, 10 years, I think they say. And, well, wherever that Flash went. You could tell because they break down. There's a place in the mall where I go once in a while, and as I'm digging through, you can hear them sticking together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the Mylars are you don't ever have to change these out.
Huh. Okay.
And there's I think what they say. They have like archive some of like old papers in the White House or something in Mylar to protect them so they don't break down and stuff like that. Yeah. But of course, these are more expensive.
Right.
So if you figure, okay, I got 3,000 comics. If I want to put them all in Mylar,
yeah,
it's going to be a whole lot more money than put them in poly bags.
Gotcha. Yep.
Makes and then sense. You have, do you mind product promotion?
Oh, no, I don't care.
Boxes. Acid-free boxes.
Nice.
Because acid will, and I don't like these boxes. I don't like BCW boxes.
Okay.
That's a different story.
Okay.
But the acid will actually break down the comic book.
Oh, wow.
So that's why your backing board has to be acid free. That's why you have to on these. I don't know what I did with it, but some boards are completely acid free. Some boards, like one side's acid free, the other side isn't.
Gotcha.
So you make sure you put your book on the acid free part.
Yep.
And then of course, you're supposed to keep them in like controlled humidity rooms and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Keep them away from moisture. Yep. And I'll tell you, on this wall, this is an outside wall.
Yeah.
When I first put some of these on this, mm-hmm. I think like 2 months later, I pulled them down and you can see where the moisture was on the wall.
Gotcha.
Because it's an outside wall and it gets hot and the AC blows on the wall and then it wasn't good. So now I put these top loaders up here.
Gotcha.
So it's not like, but anyway.
Yeah, so there's a lot that even goes into storing them then.
Yes.
A lot to think about. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, if you look at an older book, do I have one handy? An older book. That's why I don't know if it's come through, but like there's water stains down here,
mm-hmm.
and then, well, I don't want to. I'll take this one out. What the heck? If you don't store them right, you get on the inside. Hey Jeff, do you do this? I love the smell of old comics. But the paper starts to brown, turn colors if you leave it out. This is one of my favorite comics, though.
That's pretty cool. I like that one.
This is the first race between Flash and Superman.
Aw.
So
yeah, so there's a lot to think
there's
about.
A lot to care for these books.
Gotcha.
So you don't put them in your attic. You don't put them in your if you have a finished basement, it'd be all right. But if you have a wet basement, you don't want to put them in there because they'll be, even in these good Mylars, they'll still be garbage after a while.
Right. Yep. Gotcha. That's interesting. So how often would you say you get new comics? You were talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I've lost interest in new books. The writing's not good. Some of the art is okay. Stories aren't as good as they used to. Well, when I was reading as a teenager, they were good. Now I've lost interest. I stopped Flash at like number 86, I think it is.
Gotcha.
And I didn't even read. I started reading them. I stopped at a certain place because it was just, okay, whatever. And then, so I don't buy new books anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've gone in and this is a record-breaking book.
Oh, yeah?
Number 301 is a record breaker because I don't remember what comic what it was. It was independent. The longest one was number 300. Well, this is Image. It's an independent company, and Todd McFarlane started it. And then at 300, that was where, okay, so you go to 301, this is the Record Breakers. Now it's the longest running independent. So yes, I did go in and I bought these.
Gotcha.
And then maybe, you know, like a Detective Comics 1000, you know, yeah, I will. That reason I'll go in and buy a new book here or there.
Gotcha.
But as far as going in like I used to every other week to buy my Flash, no, I don't do that anymore.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of people that have stopped with new books.
Interesting. So it's just kind of either the taste in comics has gone down or just the not quality, but
oh no, the quality isn't the same.
Quality's
because
the same.
These are printed on newsprint, like newspaper paper.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Where these are printed more on like a magazine thing.
Oh yeah, I see.
And so yeah, it's different than what it used to be.
Gotcha. Jeff here's he's saying Chris would hate how I store my comics. They're in a box in a storage in storage kept all together.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't. They're your books. You do with them what you want. But yeah, like Melinda's home.
Oh, maybe she can come say hi.
But yeah, like my Funko Pops, I do not take them out of the box. Unless the box is ruined, they stay in the box.
Yep.
So I keep my comics as best condition as I can.
Yep. No, I got that. Makes sense, yeah. So that's where I was going to ask too. You've been talking about it, but where do you buy comics at? There's certain stores like comic shops and stuff.
Yeah, comic shops.
Interesting.
Yeah, the LCS, he's in Geneva.
Hi guys.
Hi,
I'm a hot mess. Just got off from work.
Hope you had a good day at work.
Yeah. Do what now? What'd you ask?
I said I hope you had a good day at work.
It was a good day. It was my last day. I quit my job today.
There you go. Congrats.
I didn't tell her what was going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
I would let you do that.
But anyways, but I'll let you guys get back to talking comics. I just want to say hi to everybody.
Sounds good. Thanks. See you, Melinda.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, Jeff here saying my Funkos don't get unboxed.
Yeah, when I watch, I don't know if it happens to Jeff, but I've watched videos and they break the seal on the thing, and I'm like, oh, don't do that. And they open it up and they take it out. No.
Yep, I get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's.
Yep, I understand. Yeah, I have my custom Megan Moves Funko that's staying in the box. It's one of one.
I saw that. I want to do that so bad.
Yep.
Can you make like cool. Can you make like a 2-pack?
I don't know if they have like the same box, but I mean, obviously you can make two separate ones. Yeah. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I recommend it. I think they're pretty sweet. So yeah, I've got mine.
I saw that. I was like, oh wow, that is pretty cool. I never knew you could do that.
Yeah. Yep. I think you can customize them online too, but
can you?
I think it's fun doing it in person. I think so. So I'm pretty certain you can, because I went online to try to like start customizing mine just in case I didn't have enough time to finish at the store or whatnot. But yeah, I'm pretty certain you can online.
Jeff would agree with me on this one.
Okay.
Funko needs to put a shop down on the boardwalk.
Boardwalk or Disney Springs.
Springs. They have got to put one down there.
They would do really well on one.
They would do real well down there.
Yep, I agree. Yeah. Well, I just had one last question for you. Do you have any tips for people that want to start collecting comics, or anybody that's interested in getting into them? Like, how do they start going about doing that?
That's also a loaded question.
So say me being myself, don't know really much about it. Where do you think I should start? Should I go to like a local, I think about what character I like or what superhero?
Well, they have all kinds of genres in comic books. They have the horror ones, comedy, superheroes. So if you went to a comic shop, they should be able to help you.
Gotcha.
Figure out what you like, what you don't like. Now let's say you saw Avengers. Oh, really? I really like this person. they might be able to, okay, well, start with this book, maybe see if you like it, that kind of thing. And they also have, which just passed. I didn't get to go. I was too busy. It's Free Comic Book Day.
Oh.
And it's all the comic shops get together. They pay, I don't know, 25 cents for a comic. And then they get, as I don't know, as many as they can, and they put them on a table, and you go in, you can get only, it's not any book in the store. It's just the ones that are free comic book day comics.
Oh,
and
neat.
so you
Okay.
that's one way to go through and let me read this one, see if I like that one. That's one way to get it, into figuring out. And they do it again somewhere around Halloween Comic Fest, I think they call it. It's kind of the same thing as Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, that's pretty neat. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could do it. That's sweet. Well, now I know everything that I need to know about comics if I want to go about doing
it. I am not the know-all, be-all, end-all of comic books. Believe you me. I am nowhere close to it.
Hey, I mean, that's what I've realized with these. I mean, I know this is the first collector's live stream, but just getting to know my different Disney friends and things, there's a lot to know about different things that you collect. So, I mean, I definitely learned a lot, at least in this little live stream here. Yeah.
So, Jeff, do you have signed comics? Do you get comics signed? Because that is also a thing in this comic community. Some people say, no, you do not get that book signed.
Okay.
Because this one is signed.
Yeah.
Right. Jim Shooter, he wrote this book. But now they say, well, now it's not original. It's not the way it came out.
Gotcha.
But I'm like, with one of the comic guys I watch, he says, but this person who had something to do with his books actually took the time to sign it. And hey, I worked on this book. Oh, okay, that's sweet. So yeah, and I got other comics signed. Like I don't know if I showed this one. 390. This is where Captain America picks up his shield. It's signed by Ron Friends. He did the cover art. I think he did the interior art too. And Don Simpson.
Oh.
See, I love this. The cartoonish style.
Yeah.
I love that. George Perez.
Oh, that's cool.
And now he was, when I first moved up here, this guy was here. There was a comic shop in town. This is Eddie Newell. Down here. Wait. Eddie Newell. And I got another Eddie Newell.
Oh, that's cool.
And then now, okay, I'll give you a tip. If you get your book signed, placement is everything.
Okay.
This is my favorite signature just because of where it is. Let's see if I can.
Oh, yep.
Right down. I mean, it really pops.
That's cool.
Now, this is my very, very first signature. This is Ron Friends again. Right on the leg of Spiderman.
Oh,
it gets lost. You can't see it. But then I had Jim Shooter sign it down here.
That's cool.
I think Shooter was the editor.
That's sweet.
Well, this is not going to come through. I got Superman, Man of Steel #1, John Bogdanove, Brett Breeding, Bob McLeod. I still want to try to get either Jurgens or Jank or Janky. I don't know how you pronounce his name. On there, and you get that 4 or 5 times signed.
Yep.
But yeah, some signatures are, I don't mind because to me, they took the time to.
Right. I think they're cool. I like the signatures.
And then I got a book over here. It's the DC Encyclopedia. Has all the different characters. And in the back, it has all the artists. So I've gone through, and if I'm going to a show and that artist is there, I take that book and they just sign somewhere on the inside. I thought that'd be something neat to do.
That's pretty cool. Jeff here saying, signed by, is it Jeff Johns?
Jeff Johns. Wow. That's nice.
Who is that? Is that another illustrator, or who is that?
He's a big guy at DC.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Jeff Johns.
Well, sweet. Well, thank you again, Chris, for being on here tonight. I appreciate it.
Michelle, yeah, hi, Michelle. I didn't see
Michelle it. Michelle hop in here a little bit.
Just got home from work. Yeah, so did Melinda.
Yeah. I love it. Well, yeah. Thank you again, Chris, for being on here. I appreciate it. I definitely learned a lot, and I hope everybody in the chat enjoyed and learned some. So
that was Melinda. She popped her head in.
Oh, gotcha. All right, guys. Well, I think that just about does it for our stream tonight. So like I said, Chris, thanks for being here. Thanks, everyone, for being in the chat. And we'll be keeping you up to date with the future collectors live streams that we've got going on here. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next live stream.
We'll see you. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.